Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and I have to kind of keep it quiet. It's after midnight, Lil's sleeping, and Nikon decides they want to announce a Nikon 1. I'm looking here, we've got Nikon 1, the J1, Nikon 1, the V1. So they released a whole new camera system. It's obviously not something that happens very often, and there's still a lot of reading for me to do, but I wanted to get something up pretty quick about my ideas and thoughts about this camera. There's two versions. There seems to be the J1, which is like the stripped down model, and the V1, which is seems to be the pro model. I would consider it the pro model. It has a viewfinder, it has a plug-in to do video. So we're looking at a 10 megapixel 2.7 time crop sensor, so that means like a 50 millimeter is 135 millimeter on it. You can get an adapter for it for your F mounts. There's 3 new lenses. One of them is a 2.8. It's a 10 millimeter 2.8, so it's a 27 millimeter equivalent. There is VR involved in these cameras. I hope to get my hands on one pretty soon to play with it, to see with it, to give you guys a full rundown of actually how it works. From what I can see and from what I can read so far, it doesn't seem to have manual settings. It seems to be a smart intuitive drive thing where it's like full-on auto. So it would be interesting to see how the autofocus works, if I can select the focusing points, if I can control my exposure. It's a whole new way of thinking about things. Is it something a pro will use? I don't know. Would I use? I mean, I could see having the V1 with a 10 millimeter lens, which is 27 millimeter equivalent, just a fixed lens, just something small, drops in the pocket, can walk around, can try some things with. I mean, it's not going to replace a digital SLR by any stretch of the imagination, but it's always a challenge. It's always a fun challenge to pick up a new camera and try something different. Is it going to be successful? I don't know. A lot of us are waiting for the pro models to be refreshed. I would be questioning Nikon when I have the chance to see what their ideas are. What is considered a success? Where do you fit in? You know, in this new mirrorless world, we've got the Nikons. I'm sure Canon has one coming. Olympus has it. Sony has it. A bunch of different manufacturers have it. We have to see, is it for amateurs? Well, I mean, mostly it's for amateurs and things like that, but can a pro adapt it? I mean, this V1 I see is more of the pro. It's got an extra plug. It can have a flash. It can have a GPS unit. It can take the F-mount adapter. I'm not sure if the other one takes the F-mount adapter yet, but it's something small and interesting. I'm going to be interested to see image quality versus the size, you know, versus a compact camera. It seems to be like it's going to do some amazing video, and that may be the feature that I'm most interested to try out in both models, the J1 and the V1. So let me read some more and come right back after I click the button. So there's not too much information out there yet. I mean, you just have the press release from Nikon. You know, I keep looking back at the screen as if something's going to change. The one thing I noticed, it comes in multiple colors, and that's the sign of a consumer model camera. I believe that's the J1, which is the lower end. It's going to run $649.95 with one kit lens, and that's a zoom kit lens. And I believe the V1, it says $899, so $900. That's more expensive than your D5100. And for a little more, for $1,200, you can get a D7000 body only. I don't think it comes with a lens, but I'd be interested to see how the video works. I want to see how the focusing works. I want to see how the stills work, because maybe some of the technology in this little camera will find its way into the DSLRs. You never know. I'm not going to, you know, a lot of people may pan something like this. I don't know yet. Like I said, the digital SLRs are what I'm most interested in, but maybe this little thing has a place. Maybe the V1 has a place because it does great 1080 video and can do 29 minutes at a time. Maybe I could clamp it up to a light thing when I'm doing a concert, and maybe it will capture some interesting video and audio because it has an audio input, as the J1 does not. I guess the J1, I'll call that the junior camera, and the V1 we'll call that the, I don't know, vibrato or something. So ideas, I can't wait to hold on to it just to try it. It's not every day that a whole new system is developed by a camera company like Nikon. So what I'm most interested in is low light capability. It's a small sensor. how heavy it is, can I fit it in my pocket even with a 10mm lens? Because what's the point of having 3 extra lenses to carry around if I'm not just going to carry around my digital SLR to begin with? So all of this is to be seen. I really love the challenge of trying something new, a viewfinder, a hybrid. You know, it's not a hybrid viewfinder. It's a what is it? It looks like it's a it's a digital viewfinder, just on the V1, the more expensive one. So it's going to be interesting to see that, what it's like to look through a camera, because one of the downsides of having these cameras without viewfinders is you're always holding it here and everything's shaking. But if you have a viewfinder, you can look into it. I guess a good comparison would be the Fuji X100 to see how that compares to something like this, even though the Nikon has a smaller sensor, 2.7x. Yeah, so for now, that's all I got, but I hope to hold on to this, and I'm going to say this right now, click the middle of the screen to get to see a hands-on whenever I get a hands-on and a sniff test and a full review. So that's it for now. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.